In 2013, a 21-year-old student walked into a Los Angeles hotel and vanished without a trace. Weeks later, guests began complaining about their drinking water, and what they found inside the hotel's water tank shocked the world. Was it an accident, murder, or something far more sinister? This is a chilling mystery of Elisa Lam. In January 2013, a young student named Elisa Lam boarded a plane from Vancouver, Canada, to Los Angeles. She was just 21 years old, bright, ambitious, full of life. Elisa loved books, travel, and documented her life online. She struggled with mental health, but eager to explore the world on her own. Like many students, she was taking a solo trip across the United States, documenting her journey on social media. Her first stop was Los Angeles. But Elisa didn't book a stay at a luxury hotel or even a modest guest house. She checked into the Cecil Hotel, a place with a history as dark as Los Angeles itself. The Cecil Hotel wasn't just any hotel. It was infamous. Over the decades, it had been home to drug addicts, criminals, and even serial killers. Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, once lived there. Another killer, Jack Unweger, stayed there too. Dozens of suicides and unexplained deaths were tied to its rooms. Locals called it cursed. Tourists knew to stay away. But Elisa didn't know that. To her, it was just a cheap place to stay in downtown L.A. At first, nothing seemed unusual. Elisa spent her days sightseeing and calling her family. But soon, her parents noticed something strange. Elisa, who usually kept in touch every day, suddenly went quiet. Her last known contact was on January 31st, 2013. After that, nothing. Her parents grew worried and alerted the Los Angeles Police Department. A missing persons report was filed. Flyers went up across the city. The LAPD even brought in dogs to search the hotel. But day after day, there was no sign of Elisa. Then, on February 13th, 2 weeks after she vanished, the police released something chilling. A security camera video from the Cecil Hotel. The footage showed Elisa in an elevator. She steps in, presses several buttons, then hides in a corner as if someone is chasing her. She peeks outside, steps back in, and presses more buttons. Her hands move strangely, almost as if she's speaking to someone who isn't there. She steps in and out of the elevator, looking terrified and confused. Then, suddenly, she disappears from view. The video spread across the internet like wildfire. Millions watched it, trying to decode her behavior. Was she running from someone? Or was something darker, something paranormal, stalking her that night? While the world debated, guests at the Cecil Hotel began to complain about something unusual. The water pressure was low. The water from the taps was discolored. Some even said it had a strange taste. Maintenance workers were sent to check the rooftop water tanks. What they found was horrifying. Inside one of the massive tanks, floating face up in the water, was the naked body of Elisa Lam. She had been missing for nearly 3 weeks. And all that time, her body had been in the water supply used by hundreds of guests for drinking, bathing, and brushing their teeth. The discovery shocked the world. But the mystery only deepened. How did Elisa get to the roof? The rooftop was locked, with alarms that should have gone off if someone tried to enter. The water tanks themselves were heavy, difficult to open, and required a ladder to access. Elisa was a small girl, only about 5 feet 4 inches tall. Could she really have climbed it on her own? The autopsy report added even more questions. There were no signs of trauma, no drugs or alcohol in her system, other than her prescription medication for bipolar disorder. The official cause of death was listed as accidental drowning, but few believed it was that simple. Some pointed to her mental health struggles. Elisa had been open about her bipolar disorder and depression on her blog. Maybe she had a breakdown, wandered the roof, and fell into the tank herself. But others were not convinced. How could she have gotten past locked doors and alarms? Why did the elevator in the CCTV footage behave strangely, staying open far longer than normal? Why did her hands move in such bizarre, almost unnatural patterns? Then there were the darker theories. Some believed she was murdered and her body hidden in the tank. Others claimed she was possessed or attacked by a supernatural force tied to the hotel's cursed history. To this day, no one knows for sure what happened in those final moments of Elisa Lam's life. What happened to Elisa Lam? This question for sure has been left unanswered for years. Her death remains one of the most haunting mysteries of the 21st century. A young woman, full of dreams, vanished in one of the darkest hotels in America. And all we are left with are questions, a disturbing elevator video, and a story that refuses to be forgotten. This is just one of many chilling mysteries we uncover here on BehindDVerdict. If you want more stories like this, hit subscribe and stay tuned. The next case will shock you even more.